All right, I think it's time to get started. Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. We're gonna do a little test flight on the classic airline simulations J-3 Cub. As you can see, we've got some nice bush tires now, and yeah, very excited here to give this guy a little run around the mountains. We are in South Lake Tahoe, and just gonna kind of go. Oh, I don't know. I've got a couple spots in mind. I'd like to see if we could make it down here to Bear Valley. There's a lot of terrain right here, though, so I'm a little nervous about that. If we don't feel like we can make it to Bear Valley, then what I'm going to probably do is just grab this Highway 50 and just head east over here to toward Georgetown. It is my understanding that there are some kind of interesting, maybe sandbar opportunities over here around Georgetown. So, but I really wanted to see if I don't know. I guess we'll just kind of see how she goes. This thing is not exactly this version of the Cub. This is not the Carbon Cub or the Super Cub. So, you know, we may not get where we want to go, but that's all right. If we don't, we'll still have some fun. I'm in the inverted or the reverse livery today, and so this is supposed to have a couple improvements as well. In addition to the tires, it's supposed to have a little bit louder, well, a little bit better balance between the engine sounds and things like the tires when you touch down and how they chirp a little bit on the runway. That's supposed to be balanced out a little bit better, and the brakes are supposed to also be a little bit beefier. Of course, the last time we were in this thing, it also had been modified to, oh boy, do I not have my, all right, stand by. I'm going to have to set my views up here real fast. It had been modified a little bit to adjust the ground handling, so it was a little bit squirrelier on the ground. All right. How did I have this before? Something like that, I think. Okay. Oh, not quite that close. Just a little bit of a front view here should be good. And then I had something up here for the Megs of Nitos. Cool. And I may have had something even, I don't remember. Did I have anything for you down here? The carb heat? I don't know. We'll set something up over there though. And then of course we got to have our little bit of a side view here. I've seen the guys in the real Cub and they actually control that carb heat with their foot. They reach up and use their toe to turn it on, turn it off. All right. And then, yeah, I think that's going to do it here. Different views around the horn. Probably be better to have this as that view. And then, oh, I don't know what my number 3 view was out here, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because we got a hand crank and all that fun stuff. Okay. Let's see. Fuel is on. Megs. Let's turn them off so we can hand prop this bad boy. I wouldn't think we'd need any priming. I'm going to fill it all the way up. It's just me in there. Yep, no primer starts, just the old 6 blades, and we'll rock and roll. Do I have my, there we go, throttle is closed for now. Okay, let's do it. I think I might have got all 6 right there. Even too many. Okay. That's all right. We should be all right. We'll open it up a little bit here. Mags are red eye. And here we go. Oh, don't do that. Come on, brakes. Brakes. No more brakes. Okay. Stand by. I may not have my... Oh, I got the rudder pedals on the wrong deal here. They can be on the M500. That'll be fine. There we go. There's our brakes. Alright. What am I doing here? South Lake Tahoe. Winds are 020 at 10. Pretty clear conditions. 3025 on the altimeter. That's pretty much where it is. And all right, we would be, I should say. I believe you have to, I think you have to depart out over the lake. I don't know if you can depart this way. Can you? That's, the wind favors a departure to the south. Yeah, you know what the heck, let's go down here and we'll head on out. $22.85 is our CTAF. Ooh, boy, those brakes are kind of jumpy. 12285. Okay. And yep, we're squawking ALT 1200. I think we're gonna be good. There's no ATC anywhere in the area, I don't believe. Well, Oakland Center, I guess, is on. And how close to that? How close are we to that? That's a great question. I think we're not far away, honestly, from Oakland Center. Yeah, in fact, we're in Oakland Center's domain. So let me monitor 32.2 just for the heck of it. 32.2. So we'll monitor number 2.
Oakland Center, Pilot 2032.
Hey, there he is. All right.
Unit 204, you ready for taxi?
I have phone 204.
Unit 204,
Well, we had a pretty fun time here yesterday. Oakland Center, that is. And
2032, runway 1.
other than the fact that it got very, very leggy at the end. All right. My Woodstock is...
If I heard correctly, 1 left via Alpha 1.
Gosh, that guy is so loud.
1 right via Alpha 1.
We may not be able to do this, guys.
Apologies. 1 Alpha runway 1 right via Alpha 1.
That's literally as quiet as I can get him. Alright, I think we've got the joint to ourselves. And with our windsock doing that, I think we'll go ahead and depart towards the lake. Then ultimately we're going to try to turn around and see if we can make it up and over the top of the mountains here. I guess we'll find out how that goes.
Alright, let's start with this. November 24261, which are aircraft type equipment suffix?
For Beechcraft Baron, BE-58.
Roger. And you said you're going to Half Moon Bay?
Affirmative.
I could probably take an intersection departure here, couldn't I?
Alright, November 24261, squawk 4311.
Okay, well, there you go.
4311, November 24261.
Number 79919er.
We are already
standby
off
about
to
2
a
minutes.
great
For,
start, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna say that the brakes are touchy.
Oakland Southwest 2397 taxi.
I got to get just the right. The brakes are touchy, and the tail wheel handling is
397.
perhaps
Do you land on the left or the right side? Remind me.
slightly more squirrely. But there we go. There's the first picture of the day, and we'll have to start this bad boy again, guys. So apologies.
2263 radar contact lost.
But that's too good. I can't go without grabbing a picture of that.
Number 24261 radar contact 20 miles east of the Capitol Airport. Capital altimeter 2985.
There we go.
2985 for November 24261.
All right, let's do this. Let's go back here.
November 24261. Final cruising altitude will be 12,500 today.
Try that again, shall we?
5, thank you.
AvGeek Central. What do you think so far? Pretty much a pro. All right, we're gonna go here. We're gonna be South Lake Tahoe. Ramp 3 will be okay. Yeah, let's see if I do any better. So that was really weird, and I wasn't really paying too much of attention. I was kind of looking outside, and instead of really getting a feel for the brakes and the grabbiness of them. So yeah, so far so good, right? It's the mark of my channel. These things happen. These things happen. All right, here we go. Try it again. Try it again. I moved down a little bit this time, so I got to do a. If I wasn't on my nose, I could probably have just done a quick repair here. Repair. I'm going to just start it. Okay. And where am I? Do I have room? Can I turn around? Oh, I'm on a helipad spot. Yeah. I just want to come out here and just depart. At the intersection. Okay, reconnect the VATSIM. I think I should be able to turn.
And X70 Heavy readback is correct. You want
see if I can go over and hit that fuel tank.
Just with free right?
No, I need one of the 2-1s for wins. And since 2-1 right's ripped up, it's going to be a long taxi, but I'll need 2-1 left.
Alright, expect 2-1 left for departure, and advise ready for taxi.
Welcome, thanks.
Okay, so let's pay closer attention this time to
November
what we're doing.
Radar contact lost.
There's the brakes. Ooh.
Alright,
That was
at Capitol.
so that's interesting because I'm hitting the brakes and hey, kind of really lurching
Sacramento.
to the left there. That's kind of weird. Conti, hello.
That won't be necessary.
Look at this, buddy.
Alright, sounds good.
You,
17 right back to the Alpha.
probably have seen this already. Let me see if I can. All right, so the brakes, yeah, they kind of pull asymmetrically. I don't know, but hey, look at this.
If I can make it work, with three.
Look at the tires.
Three did you
Look
offer
at
me
the
left
little
or right?
bushies we got. Oh, hey, hello.
The
Oh my
longer
goodness.
one, so 3 right.
The camera work is just outstanding. All right, can I back up a little bit? There we go. Boom. There they are.
Runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Big old fat good years. Not bad. Not bad. Kind of cool. I'm excited.
24261.
I'm excited. All right. So I've already put it on its nose. I broke the prop. The brakes are ultra grabby now, and so I'm sure most of that is my fault, but
Southwest 2184, you're leaving my airspace. Ellie's offline.
I'm really nervous about trying to land.
Thanks for your service today.
I guess it's just a good reason to stay off the brakes, right? We're clear to the right, clear to the left. South Lake Tahoe traffic. Cub 11816 is departing northbound from intersection Alpha, South Lake Tahoe.
Southwest 3633, you're leaving my airspace. Stay out of offline.
Feel okay with
Terminated frequency change. Bye.
feel okay with most of this, but I am getting. It does have a new feel to it. Oh my lord!
Runway 1 right for traffic.
Oh, my ears. Okay, here we go. Got the stick in my lap.
2032, runway 1 right, line of wait.
Here we go.
Lining up and waiting, runway 1 right, pilot club 2032.
Oakland Center, American 514, flight level 360, passing full
Got
intersection.
airspeed,
American 514.
and I think we're ready to fly. I have not, and shame on me, guys, I've not put the float variant on stream just yet, but the float variant is really awesome. It might be the best float physics, best water physics we have right now. You can really get it up on the step. You can break it loose with one ski, and you can even do like a single ski kind of. You know how those guys will work the turn a little bit, like on those not straight lakes, and you can do that as well. So never really got the appeal of float planes.
Runway 1 right, pilot 2032.
Gosh, somebody needs to let him know his mic is crazy. Never really got the appeal of float planes.
Southwest 2094, ready for push and start.
Well,
Southwest 2094, push start, your discretion advised, hold short.
yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand
We'll call you back for taxi.
if it's just not your thing. So we're right pattern out of here, by the way. South Lake Tahoe Cub 816 is turning right crosswind 36. South Lake Tahoe. I guess the thing that I do like about it is it's in some ways it is, you know how you see the world differently when you get in a helicopter? Like you can fly to exactly the same spot, but you're looking at the
Alright, sounds great.
you're looking at the world entirely differently than you did when you're in a fixed wing. Well, it's the same thing for me anyway when I'm in a float plane, because I'm looking at I'm looking at different landing spots, and I'm looking at different approaches, and
departure, and we weather appreciated.
I don't know. It's I think also part of it is, let me make one more call here. South Lake Tahoe traffic. Cub 816 is on the right downwind 36, departing the area to the south. Last call. I think the other thing is a little bit of that romantic, the Haviland Bieber kind of deal, right? Alaska float plane pilot guy. So, but yeah, like at the end of the day, you know, you're kind of just doing the exact same thing. I don't know, but
Yeah, 204, climbing T flat.
yeah. So if you're going to do one, I think this one might be the one. Although the Milbiz, well, Blackbird Sim, the Beaver that they have with that Got Friends mod is actually quite nice as well. But I do like, I don't know.
Climbing to 3400 for 5,000.
I may have to turn that off, you guys.
Flight level 190, be directed to Rock.
I'm gonna turn that off. Anyway, this is a pretty good one from my limited experience in Sims. It still looks like visually, it still looks goofy. So if you're looking outside and you're trying to look at the wake and all that stuff, it looks kind of goofy. But you can. This is the only plane in Microsoft Flight Sim that you can actually visually see it get up on the step, so you can step taxi and all that stuff. And then it's a little bit, you kind of have to rock a wing to get one of the skids broke loose. It's got a really cool little well, I might even show you guys if we get somewhere where I can. It's got a really cool anchor and a little spring for like a bungee cord thing for the water rudder. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, I was kind of surprised when I flew my first float plane at just how I looked at the world differently. And setting up an approach to a lake seems pretty straightforward, but man, if you don't get it right, if you don't get the wind right and you get a little sideways, it can be a mess in a hurry. So anyway, if you're around before, I know you're going to get your stream going here pretty soon, but maybe I'll try to hop in. Maybe I'll try to. Okay, cool. So we've got a road here, guys. I think we're right over the top of it right now. That would take us over towards Georgetown. I don't know if that's it going up and over the top of the hill there, but it kind of zigs and zags and switchbacks its way up and over. I see that we're actually doing okay in terms of our climb rate, and we're maintaining, we're not screaming here, but we're doing close to 60 knots. I don't know how much more I can get out of it, though, is the thing I'm worried. If I go that way, I'm going to need to find some plus 9,000 foot passes and things like that. Carson Pass is 8,650. Well, which is about where I'm at right now. Alright, well, the road forks here in just a little bit, and then we have to make our decision. If we stay south, we can head down towards Bear Pass, and if we go this way, oh, we had a lake right here. We could have just landed. Right here, Conti. Oh well. Hey, Iowa Scotsman, how are you? All right, I think I'm going to go this way. I think we're going to try to go straight towards Georgetown. We've got some sandbars over there, apparently. So, by the way, this is a little preview for the upcoming Bush League event tomorrow. I'm not going to show you all the airports, but I'm going to show you a few of the spots. South Lake Tahoe is actually not one of the featured fields. It's just in the area. So, I'm not going to be able to fly in the event tomorrow night. See, like you'd never, well, in this plane you might try to land on a field that short, but like landed in a lake like that, yeah, that's pretty fun. And then especially the departure out of it, you just dropping off the cliff there. But anyway, it is tomorrow night, Bush League Monday. www.downwindsim.com has all the scenery downloads that you need for both Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane 12. And they're up here in the northern Sierra Nevada mountains. I believe it is our third trip up here. So, Connor, hello from Vancouver. Very, very nice. Thanks for the first time chat, Connor Hooper. And also thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, just a little south of you right now in the mountains of Northern California, but I hope you're well. Happy Happy Saturday. Sorry, Sunday. Forgot what day it is. Riley also snuck in on me here. Suppose you'll join. Just departed out of TVL. Okay, cool. So we're heading east. Sorry, westbound. I'm gonna adjust my flight plan here, you guys. We're gonna head westbound over to. Oh Lord. We're gonna get rid of Bear Valley. That is one of the. That is one of the airports in the scenery. It looks really amazing, but we're going to go straight across here to Georgetown. So I'm just trying to follow this road right now. So I'm going to be a little south on Highway 50, hoping I can pick up some of these lakes, and then at a certain point here, you know, start picking up these airfields and try to make our way up to Georgetown. It's not what I originally had planned, but I think we should be able to figure it out. We've got a BOR. Oh, it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter if we have a VOR because we don't have any kind of a radio in here that can track VOR navigation. So never mind. Ever flown to Vancouver? Affirm, Connor. I love that airport. I love that area. The British Columbia area is an area that we've flown a lot. Here's one of the ski resorts up here, isn't it? Yep. Lake Tahoe Ski Resort. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful place to fly. We take the big heavies in there into Vancouver International, and then we do some seaplane stuff just up to the northwest of Vancouver. And then of course there's just all kinds of bush trips and things like that. So great place to fly. Conti, if you're not already out of here, what do you got on the docket today? I may tag along with you on a few of these after I do some test landings. Probably after I break the prop one more time. 727. Hey, my friend. I'm only 2 days out from being able to do some of those with you, buddy. You live close to Grouse Mountain, so you can see the airport. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
South Lake Tahoe, track number 8580. Taxi runway 36, Alpha Bravo.
Gemma Jeffrey B, thank you for 53
South Lake Tahoe traffic,
months.
759 Charlie Delta, taxi runway 36, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, we've got a couple of folks tagging along, possibly. Well, thank you guys. And Jeffrey, thank you, my friend. I'm hitting the hard stuff tonight. Ooh, got into the Canadian whiskey last night a little bit. So
You're welcome, Melvin. No problem. Anytime.
great to have you guys along. So I'm hurting a little today. Yeah. No.
Hello. Test.
Jeffrey, great to see you, my friend. Again, if you guys don't already follow Jeffrey, I'm getting all kinds of wind buffering right here. Just look at my my yoke is just dancing. But go give him a follow. He is the master of the Rich of Peak aviation streams. I guess, kind of channeling. Hey, there we go. A little wing wave. Very nice. I like it. I was channeling my inner Jeffrey B last night, I suppose, but no, it happens. You know, it just happens sometimes, right? It's been a crummy couple of days, so it was fun to just laugh. And oh man, did we have some fun in the Beaver last night? Good Lord, I think I've posted the VOD, but I think I ground looped 3 times on the departure, 3 times on landing, and then I finally Conti came in with the raid, of course, put the pressure on, but I actually managed to successfully land the final spot. But anyway, good. Don't start that, Connor. Don't start that. Don't start any of that stuff. It's all bad. It's bad stuff. You're much better off not ever starting. Yes, expensive and just empty calories. If you're going to have empty calories, you might as well go like have a bowl of ice cream or something. At least you know, at least you get a little something out of it. The ice cream headache is about the worst you get. But all right, Conti, we will see you over there. Have a great stream. I'll try to see if I can hop in and fly a leg or two with you.
Tahoe traffic, number 8582 X-ray 172, going to section Takeoff runway 36.
South Lake Tahoe traffic, number 759 Charlie Delta, intersection Takeoff runway 36.
So those guys are on the ground at South Lake Tahoe. So that is somebody else that maybe has taken off with us earlier. But very cool. Let's enjoy here. And ooh, yeah, Iowa Scotsman. So yeah, my dad, my mom and dad, well, actually my grandparents too, they all did that stuff. So I was lucky to not ever pick that up. I just kind of saw too many of my relatives that struggled with that. So, but you know, it's such a cultural thing to have a couple of beers every now and again. It's like, you know, you don't even think about it, but at the end of the day, that stuff is probably just as bad for you. So, you know, it's good to just save your money, use your money towards your PPL. Don't even get hung up with that. The only drink you've ever had was a little champagne at you and your wife's wedding. There you go. There you go. Yeah. But I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like my generation, and you know, Jeffrey and Iowa Scotsman we're kind of all in that same age group. You know, like our generation is kind of that last great sort of beer drinking generation, for lack of a better term. And like the people younger than us, like my son, my boys, their wives, like they're a lot smarter than we are, and they're not doing that stuff. So I'm happy to see that. Maybe it means that people are listening and not falling down that same rabbit hole that so many people do. But anyway, we are. You're right, Jeffrey. I think that's what it is. Yep. 28 and married to your wife 3 years. Hey, all right. Originally from Texas, but moved up. Wait, because your wife is from Vancouver. All right. Love cars, motorcycles, and planes. Awesome, man. Well, nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Connor. Ooh, gosh, you had a heart attack because of it. Oh man, Iowa Scotsman, to be able to quit cold turkey like that, even, I mean, that's impressive. It's I'm glad that that was a wake-up call and not a widowmaker. But yeah, Jeffrey, I think you're right. I think we sort of all grew up in that age of excess, and you know, the 70s and the 80s, and you know, that's kind of when we were kids, and we just didn't know any better. It's just kind of like the World War II generation, right? Like they all grew up smoking. They just didn't know any better. And so anyway, now people are so much healthier in general, and they look it. I mean, the lifespans are longer, and yeah. So anyway, that's the whole thing. Hey, Allison. Hi. Happy Saturday. Good evening. I love, by the way, your stream channel titles. You know, Antics in Airlines, and but your new one is the best yet. Hell in Copters. Welcome in, Allie. Great to see you, my friend. We're just talking about bad habits that we all have. We're trying to kick. It was the Widowmaker that wasn't. Wow. Yeah, God wasn't done with you yet, huh? Yeah, that's... I'm glad. Alright, we are on our way, by the way, to Georgetown, and I think I might be no longer following the road. I don't know. Let's... oh, yeah, there's my road. This is Highway 50. And Highway 50 is going to take us down south to a place called Perryman and the town of Placerville. And I'm hoping that we may not end up seeing... There's a couple of lakes to our north. We may not end up seeing those lakes. Your fancy X-Cub has an iPad. Hey, those couple of those Got Friends X-Cubs and the Carbon Cub and all that, man, they're pretty dang nice. They're pretty glassed out. They're slick. Connor, my grandpa's in the Army, flew Hueys. Ooh, man. And Cobras. Holy moly. That's pretty badass. Wow. That's just crazy. If you're looking for, it's this is where I'm at, and this is not even correct. It was South Lake Tahoe. We were going to go down to a place called Bear Basin, something, and then anyway, now we're just going straight from ATVL all the way just straight over to Echo 36 going into Georgetown. So apparently there's some sandbars over here. The Middle Fork, I think it's the American River. The Middle Fork of the American River. So we're promoting, and we're kind of previewing a little bit. Tomorrow night is Bush League Monday, and the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In is in month number 58. If you can believe, we're closing in on 60 months of doing these Bush League Backcountry Fly-Ins, and they'll be up here in this neck of the woods. There are, I think, 6 featured airstrips. And it's some beautiful, beautiful country. If you go to downwindsim.com, and if you're just kind of lurking in the background, but you like this type of bush flying, downwindsim, all one word, .com, and you'll see the event listed there. Look for number 58, and you'll see the downloads. This is what it looks like right here. Explore the Northern Sierras, Bush League Backcountry Fly-In Series 58. And then on the scroll down here, and you'll see there's X-Plane 12 scenery install, and then here's the Microsoft Flight Sim scenery install. There's always a little map. It's kind of our little joke, Uncle Melvin's map. Uncle Melvin's map always has coffee spilled on it, unfortunately, because I'm just messy like that. But anyway, you can kind of see where we're at. So places like Blue Canyon, we're going to Georgetown, Eagle Ridge Ranch, Bear Valley, and anyway, it's of course there's South Lake Tahoe up there, so you kind of get a sense of where we're at. But we would love to have you. I unfortunately will not be able to fly this month, but Downwind Sim, he's not been able to fly one since February, if you can believe that. And he's been working on the scenery and helping out with all that, and he's not been able to fly in one of these himself. So yeah, if you're not doing anything, Midnight Zulu
I just play some of it.
is the time There's the time, and tomorrow night, Monday, it's actually, I guess, if it's midnight Zulu, technically it's Tuesday morning Zulu time, 6 p.m. where I live, 8 Eastern. And if you aren't able to make it, we would love for you to download the scenery and fly around at your own leisure. Welcome in, JPC. Hello, hello. Connor, you work for a software, or you work as a software engineer for Lockheed Martin. Oh, man. And for the F-35 jet. Holy cow, Connor. What a great aviation background you have. That's crazy. So, do you have any experience, interest? Do you work at all with the P3D flight sim then, since they're kind of a Lockheed Martin supported sim? Is that something you've ever messed around with, or are you just too busy with the real life stuff, which I could totally see? Yeah, we've got Allison Johnson here, man. We've got all kinds of big time streamers in here today. JPC, we've got Iowa Scotsman, we've got Jeffrey B. For a little while we had Continuum. It was just you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a streamer. All right, I've got a lake down here. This could potentially be. I feel like we've been tracking a little bit more. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm not 100% sure where we are. Let's go take a look and see what this lake looks like. Actually, no, we're going to stay in here. Here's potential spots. Like, I think we've, for the most part, been along Highway 50. So I'm hoping that's this lake right here. Here's how we'll know is if this road splits into a divided highway, we'll know we're in good shape. If that's the case, then I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to just turn a little bit to the northwest and see if I can pick up this lake and this highway, because this highway here takes me more or less direct into Georgetown. That's where we're hoping to be. We're going to try to give this. Of course, now that I look, oh yeah, there we go. There's our road. Yeah, so we're just again kind of promoting, giving a little preview of the Bush League event and promoting taking a look at the new Classic Air Simulations J-3 Cub with the new modded Bush tires. And speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, there's Downwind Sim himself, the mad scientist. But here's what we're looking at, folks. Look at those bushy, fat little bushy tires. Hey, hello, where are you going? Where are you going? All right, bring it back inside here. Can't really mess around, but welcome. I am lost. We started at South Lake Tahoe, and I'm trying to cut straight across.
Hello.
Oh. Well, you cannot take your eye off this plane for a second, you guys. Well, there is another mythical, legendary streamer. Gosh, so we've now got. I'm losing count. I might have to use two hands here. So we've got Beaver 54 Echo Alpha, better known as Medner in some circles, or Eric. We've got Downwind Sim. We've got Jeffrey. We've got Iowa Scotsman. We've got Allison Johnson. Yeah, we've got Continuum. We're up to six streamers. Ooh, wait a second. No, not quite sandbarry enough, but yeah. So what I was trying to do, Downwind Sim. Welcome, by the way. Nice to see you guys, and welcome Eric as well. is I departed out of South Lake Tahoe, tried to grab this Highway 50, and then I'm going to jump over here to Georgetown and see if I can figure out where those sandbars are on the American River. Got Melvin Roy. Who's that? Yeah, so my problem is I'm not sure that is the lake I'm looking at. We've got a couple of friends flying along as well. We got Riley flying along, and I think we might have 2 others also in the pattern. And I've got a fly that's also doing pattern work in front of my face here. So that's always fun. It's a little breezy up here. Really nice day, but I'm getting jostled about. I'm hoping when I get over the ridge, I'll be able to see where I'm at. Pollock Pines. Oh, so we're on the right track then. So again, what I'm looking for here is for this road to split into a divided highway, and it kind of looks like it is. So, all right. This is currently the South Fork of the American River. I'm going to aim myself. Oh gosh, this fly is killing me. That was a direct shot to the eyeball. Alright, so if I'm at Pollock Pines here, I will just punch that in. Need to turn about a 1. Wait, about a 3. $296-ish. We'll go about 300 here. And I'm looking for this may be a big mistake. I have high terrain here, but we are we're only at 4,500, so we should be okay. I've lost a little bit of airspeed though. Let me see if I can climb back up. I'm gonna aim a little further north. I'm trying to pick up. There's another highway that kind of mirrors this Highway 55. Wow, I'm really losing altitude here, guys, and I don't know. And I'm losing, like, my airspeed is really low as well. What do you think? Do we have some carb icing potentially? No, that wasn't it. Downdraft maybe, yeah. Like a tailwind too, possibly. I'm gonna give anything for my fly swatter right now. Got him. Hey, nah. If you're gonna fly along with me now, we're not doing aerial stunts and things like that. I don't mind you flying along with me, but I do try to keep things as realistic as possible here. Boy, with this downdraft, I'm going to have to just stay along this valley, and maybe I can pick up a little bit of rise here. I have climbed up to nearly 5,000 though, so that's good. Alright, where would this north-south running... I'm almost going back eastbound here. I don't want that. Well, if we get over the top here and we don't recognize anything, we'll just head back toward that Highway 50. The wind is from my left, yeah, so... Well, wait, if the wind's from my left, it'll be rolling over the top of these hills and pushing me down, right? This is the leeward side. Is that what they call that? So if I wanted the updraft, I should probably be over on that side of the deal. That was 2 minutes ago. Okay. Well, we've picked up some airspeed. I'm wide open, by the way. I'm full 2,500 RPMs. Oh, I turned. I see. The wind was coming off the lake really hard at South Lake Tahoe, but that place is kind of a little bit of a valley, so I think you get localized wind in there. It's not necessarily you know, indicative of what's really happening around the rest of the mountains. But that's the thing about mountains too, is whatever, you know, wherever you're at, the wind's probably coming down that little draw. So okay, I am we are interesting. I wonder what that is. With any luck, we're going to pop over the top of this ridge and we're going to see a lake that's like a reservoir dammed off. And we'll hang a left at that. That's where our highway is going to be running. And we should only be about, I mean, we should be within about 10 miles of Georgetown right now. You'll get a kick out of this downwind sim. I was getting ready to use the Placerville VOR to help me with my position check, and I'm like, no, we don't have that here. So you mainly, Connor says, mainly deals with just the real life stuff. Once in a while you get on the sim at Lockheed Martin. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I guess I just wondered how much of how important that was to the big picture of Lockheed Martin, if they really, you know, because they're still active in P3D development, so it's not been abandoned, but I guess I didn't know. I think that would be an awesome job, to be the person that sort of oversees the use of a sim platform in an IRL training situation. You know, like let's say Connor is helping a pilot train on the F-35, and it's his job to make sure that he gets P3D version 6 all set up on the computer or on the full motion sim, and all the software up to date and all that stuff. Wouldn't that be an awesome job to have? You're an RTE, a release train engineer. I wonder if there's a bunch of mining that used to go on or does go on up here. Alright, we're coming up on another pretty prominent valley, you guys. And I think I see what looks to be a highway. This is oh, there we go. There's our reservoir and there's our highway. Sweet. So I'm just going to turn and follow this. And Iowa Scotsman, yeah, I see you in V6 quite a bit. I've been kicking around. I only have V4. That's where I kind of left off. But I've been kicking around trying to reinstall it and seeing if I can reinstall a couple of my old airplanes. I think it'd be fun to try to fly the DC-8 and the L-1011 again, possibly like the A-to-A Skylane. I mean, I don't even know if I could get those things installed anymore, but when I watch Conti fly the FS Labs Concorde, it kind of makes me miss those old days of P3D. All those great little grass strips up there by Washington, you know, Vashon Island, and I don't know that I'll ever do it. I don't know if I have hard drive space to get all of P3D, even version 4, reinstalled, because I'd have to install all of the Orbix, you know, regions and all that stuff. I just don't know. Alright guys, we're within about 5 to 7 miles, so in this plane that'll be about 45 minutes. We are going to try to make a stop at Georgetown, and then I'm going to just kind of keep my eyes out and see if I can see the sandbars that Downwind Sim's talking about in the Bush League briefing. Oh, FS Labs did not update it for V6. Interesting. Eric is saying something about oh, who remembers the old days when you had to change the region outside the sim before loading up? FSX days. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember that. That's when I first started messing around with those Orbix regions, but I guess I don't remember. Maybe I blocked it out. I don't remember having to change the region before you fired up the sim. It doesn't surprise me. Alright, so we're just essentially the highway that we're following, it goes right across this damn face and shoots out. I think we can kind of see it there. We're just going to fly that general direction. We should be able to see, I'm hoping, the Georgetown airport here in the next what would we have? 12 miles, I guess. Still, here is the price of the F-35, the F-35 Alpha, and the Bravo. Only $82.5 million for the F-35. The Bravo is 109 and the Charlie's 102. Good Lord. There was some limitation that made the Orbix regions not work correctly at the same time. Couldn't change directly from New Zealand to the U.S. Well, maybe that was it. I could only afford to have, like, I had like the Rocky Mountains. It was like the central and northern Rocky Mountains, and then I had like up along the Pacific Northwest. I had a couple of those regions because, man, they were spendy. But I remember that. That includes a full tank of fuel and a wax. Let's hope so. Check. Get a free tire rotation every 100 hours. It includes all the bad guys you want to strafe. But yeah, maybe that's why I didn't ever run across X. I didn't have too many that were, like, they were all North American, is where I was at. Free ramp side assistance, yes. A free follow me truck at every military Air Force base that you land. Every military base you land. Yeah, we generally here westbound. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. This is not going to be as easy to find as I think, because even though it's a paved strip, CTAF, by the way, here is 2305. Kind of a little different CTAF. 2305. Sorry, I had is that us? 305. I had Oakland Center on, but they had a Pilot Club event going on, and every other Pilot Club guy was like, I read you 12 by 5. They were so loud. I had to turn it off. It was affecting my concentration. Full tank of gas, but the wax probably not. Okay. Yeah, because the wax will hurt the, it'll hurt the stealth technology there, Jeffrey. Come on. Think before you ask the question, man. Wasn't there one of the stealth jets recently that was at an air show, and some protester came and like threw dish soap or something on it, and it damaged the tiles. It messed up the whatever the coating was, and it was a several $1 million repair to fix it. I'm trying to remember. Boy, my mom doesn't like the F part of the F-35. You got to sit though in the seat of one. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty awesome. The only fighter jet I've ever been able to sit in was there's a military museum that's just west of town. They've got a MiG. I don't even know what type of MiG it is, but they've got an old MiG, and they had an open house. So they're like celebrating their first year. Look at this downdraft, you guys. I am just absolutely getting thrown to the ground. Anyway, had an open house, and I got to ride in a military transport vehicle and sit in the MiG. That's pretty cool. Well, and yeah, Connor, I don't remember what happened to the person, but I do remember, like, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Like, I doubt some hippie protesters can have an extra $5 million to do a panel replacement, but I'm also thinking that person probably had a little jail time added to their record. But yeah, I don't know. That's no good. I mean, what's up, Cody? Ooh, I think I know what's up. I think your mama's getting some dinner. That's very exciting. So, uh-oh, AGC. It's okay. It's okay, man. I didn't know if that was you. You know how I fly. You and Riley are you understand, like, you guys are really good about flying, and I don't mind doing formation flying and stuff like that, but like I don't want some, speaking of F-35s, like, I don't want to be somebody's F-35 target practice. But I also know in the winds out here, man, sometimes you get, I've tried to formation fly with people, and it's hard. It's really hard to do. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I guess, and I don't like, if that kind of stuff, the military ops will get you kicked off VATSIM. So I don't want to be the guy in the F-35. I don't want to be the guy that's a target. I don't want to be part of any of it, because I don't want to lose VATSIM. I enjoy this way too much. You're trying to catch up. Well, I'm booking it now. I'm doing 70. Doing 70. I'm going to need to get fuel at Georgetown. Goodness, like this is about a not quite a 40-mile trek, and I'm going to need to refuel. Oh, you're doing 65? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll slow down here soon enough. Alright, I've lost my highway. That might be it. The highway does go down a little south of the town of Georgetown. So, and one of these little valleys goes right, it's right to the airport. The airport is a north-south orientated airport, so, and then there's a place right next to it, Auburn, and the weather reports there are variable at 5, gusting 12, so that's kind of take your pick deal, I guess, so. Yeah, you would have no idea. You're right. That advanced the advanced weaponry on those suckers. I was watching a documentary on the Falkland Islands War back in the 80s, and I hadn't remembered really. I mean, I knew it was Argentina against Great Britain, but I didn't remember a lot of the ins and outs. Well, I didn't realize that Argentina had a huge advantage in terms of air power, in terms of overall numbers of aircraft. Like, they had all these Mirages and MiGs, and all the Great Britain had were the jump jets, the Harriers. But and I think they said Argentina had like a couple of hundred of jets. Yeah, maybe it wasn't 200, but they had several, like almost 2 to 1, or maybe even a little bit more of an advantage in terms of numbers, because all Great Britain could do is haul down like 40 of those jump jets, because that's all they could fit on their carriers. But the weapon systems on those Harriers were so much more advanced, and the pilots had been like, they were flying in all kinds of NATO operations, so they were really skilled. And anyway, like, I guess it was a mismatch, but not the way you would think. Great Britain pretty much took care of business without a whole lot of trouble. It was really interesting, though. I had kind of forgotten about that. Pentagon, hey. Yeah, well, for a while, right? Like, they had the element of surprise, and they definitely had, like, on the ground, they were pretty tough. It was interesting, but the air superiority thing is kind of what ended up kind of tipping the scale, so. Okay, I trust. Like, I've received full clearance, Connor, so you're good. If you want to let me know, everybody in my stream has received full military clearance as well, so, and we won't spill any important secrets, I promise. Right, I gotta start thinking about finding this airport, you guys. Oh my goodness. Hey, a question for you guys. I just noticed this. As I'm looking at Georgetown, why is there a little star, like, in front of some of these? What does that mean? And yes, I know I could look at the legend, but I don't want to. Oh, there's our sandbars, guys. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. 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 What's my... Georgetown is at 2,625 feet. That's right, Eric. it's a long way to Norway if the authorities are going to come and hand out discipline, right? I need to stay on my westbound track here. I gotta think this is going to take us close to the airport. By the way, I think that's you, AbGeek. If you see something, now you're wing waving over there. Do you see the airport, or are you just flying around? Means there's a beacon. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So we should see a little beacon then from Georgetown. That'll help, actually. That'll help. Riley, it is you, and you see it. All right, so I'm going to head that way then, because I might be a little bit too far to the north. Okay, say there's an enemy 200 miles behind the F-35. The F-35 can take that enemy's radar, manipulate it. Oh, man. And say that you're an F-35 300 miles off your left wing. Oh, man. Wow, that's crazy. That is awesome. I love technology. Yeah, I definitely want to go down there and investigate sandbars. That's not really where the sandbars are, though the good ones that Downwind Sim was talking about, the ones that are the best are on the other side of Georgetown. So, oh, the beacon's only at sunrise to sunset. Okay, well, so I can't, you're telling me I can't click my radio thing 5 times and turn the beacon on? It's not one of those deals. Come on, Asobo. Alright, so you said you could see the airstrip up here. This is kind of where I saw you doing your loop-de-loops, Riley. Am I talking to, let me make sure I'm talking on the right frequency. Okay. Georgetown traffic. Cub 11816 is within the area. We're still searching for the field. We believe we're still a couple of miles to the east, currently at 3,200 and westbound. Georgetown traffic. That's probably the worst radio call in the history of radio calls. And I've made some bad ones.
Foxtrot Papa X-ray off, make a left turn to 100 and you'll see it.
Left turn 100. Okay, roger. So I flew past it a little bit, is what you're saying, huh? Okay. Downwind Sim binos. Oh, I think I've got it. Yep, there's the beacon. Okay, cool. Very good. Thank you for that, Riley. At Georgetown traffic, Cub 816 is on an well, actually, we're going to be entering the 45 to the left downwind, runway 36, Georgetown. Yeah, there's our beacon. Turned on and everything. Wow, this is a cool spot. Up on top of the ridge. Man, I must have flown right by that sucker. Okay. Tighten your seatbelts, guys and gals. This is where it's going to get a little frisky.
Foxtrot Papa X-ray off across the midfield, boy, right down on runway 36.
Oh, he's going to go. Is it a right pattern? Oh, it's left for 30, actually. Okay, sorry, I misreported. Georgetown traffic. Cub 816 is on the left downwind runway 30, Georgetown. I misreported that earlier. Oh yeah, look at that little place. Alright, cool. So Riley's on the other side there. He's on the right downwind. He's going to cross, he said, midfield. I'm going to bring the power back a little here. And we're a little high, but we can really slip this guy down if we need to. Yeah, I'm way high.
Foxtrot, Papa Extra off is turning base final at Georgetown.
Okay. At Georgetown, Cub 816, we're going to extend our downwind just a little bit here for landing traffic in Georgetown. Alright, that works out good. So, I'm not seeing him just yet, but that he's turning final. We're probably good enough now to turn home. Georgetown traffic, Cub 816 is left base 30, Georgetown. The L30 doesn't mean left traffic. What? Okay. I'm totally misreading that then. What does that mean? Does that mean that the runway's 3,000 feet? And L means lighted, doesn't it? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Georgetown traffic, Cub 816. I've been miscalling everything, but we're turning final for the northbound runway. Georgetown. Alright. Yeah, a little brain fart there, Eric. Thanks for double checking me, though, by the way. It should be 3.6. I did click on the sectional to see that, but yeah, you know what? It must. And so I'm guessing Riley was right with the right-hand pattern there too. I'm flying the wrong pattern, reporting the wrong runway. I'm too high. I'm too fast. Other than that, this is going exactly to plan.
Do you give the big boys chews?
Just one in the afternoon and one of the squirts of fish oil.
Oh, I did too.
That's fine.
But the shoes, I think it is fun.
Okay, there's my slip. I'm seeing 3 something. Nobody's on the runway, so that's good. Oh, so 3.5. Alright, down we go. Down we go. Easy. Easy. Tails down. Still got some rudder authority. Brakes. Oh, man. It is tricky. It is so tricky. I love it. I so love it. I didn't break the propeller. I feel okay. And Georgetown, the Cub is clear at 3.5. That makes, except for my final landing last night, that makes 4 out of my last 5 airstrips that I've landed that I've ground looped. Riley's showing off. He's lifting his tail up. Oh man, those brakes are grabby. All right. Well, you know, that was ugly. That was really ugly. So I do pretty well until I lose rudder authority, and then this plane is just so light that any kind of wind really just rocks me, and I'm just late on the. I'm just too late on the controls. I don't tap dance as well as I should. Alright, so let's take a quick look here at what's coming up tomorrow, guys. Here it is. Bush Country. The Bush Country. The Bush League Backcountry Flying Series. We're here at Georgetown, and there's always information on the back. A lot of times you will see some some Easter eggs. You'll have some announcements maybe on CTAF or things like that. Sometimes there's even bonus airstrips thrown in, so always look around. Sometimes they'll even put posters or signage up on the buildings. But look at this place, you guys. I mean, holy moly. This This is just fantastic, right? Look at this place. This will be a fun departure because we'll kind of go back out over the cliff here. And then what I want to do, you guys, this is my plan, is in this valley is the American River. And so I want to head, I'm going to get over the top of the ridge line here, get into the American River. Yep, and see all those sandbars. We're going to drop down in there, see if we can find a couple sandbars. And then I'm going to maybe try to find a place to do some float plane ops. So let me get back over here. That's, again, I don't really have a serious plan here. I just wanted to test things out. And I can tell you right now that for sure, it does kind of remind, yeah, Chuck Yeager. Yeah, Chris, that's very good. Hey, Chris, by the way, hi. Did I say hi to you yet? Hello again, if I did. But, yeah. Uh-oh, that looks like me on departure. Here's my, here's what I look like on my first attempt out of South Lake Tahoe. Pretty much nailed it. Here's what I would say. I'll
Good job.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks, Mike. So I will say the brakes definitely are grabbier, and the bush tires have a little bit more, I don't know, like just a different kind of play than the regular tires do too. So, and then of course the tail wheel physics that they've messed with. It's definitely more sensitive, I guess. But the more they mess with that stuff, the funner this plane gets. How are we doing? Let's do a little hot fuel here. Okay, we're good to go. Engine health right now, 100%. Like always. All right, we're gonna depart 3-5. I do need to check on one thing. So here's the point that Eric was making. I was looking at this and completely reading it wrong. I see an L30. If it's pattern, it will say RP, right pattern. But the L means it's a lighted airstrip. The star, Jeffrey B told us, means that it has a beacon. And this 30 means that the runway is 3,000 feet long. If you want the traffic pattern, you actually have to go in and get the plates here for this. And it okay, so it is a left-hand pattern. At least I was flying the correct pattern. I just was making the wrong runway call. But yeah, there you go. So, okay, we're out of here again. The nearest, like that weather says 270 at 5. This is the variable. Oh, it's 240 at 7. I still think we're just going to take off to the north, and we're just going to try to find some sandbars, and then yeah, I don't know where we're going to go. We're going to try to go find some place that has a seaplane base, so I can show you some of the cool new features. All right, let's see. Yeah, let me get caught up on chat here as well. Sorry guys, sometimes I get a little bit busy in trying to land and not completely break the aircraft. Your fastest flight in flight sim was Miami to NASA in the F-18. Oh, Mach 1.2. Holy moly. Yeah. And Riley ate some pavement. Hopefully you've had a chance to get spawned back in there, Riley. If not, oh yeah, there he goes. All right, he's good to go. He's always showing off over there, that crazy Canadian. Left pattern is default, so an RP is an exception. It needs to be charted. Yeah, good point as well. And Jeffrey is reaffirming the star and the L. Yep. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's do it. At Georgetown traffic, Cub 816. We're going to be departing runway 35 from the intersection, and it'll be straight out to the north, Georgetown. All right, get the stick back in my lap. I don't think I did any damage. This is alright, so here's the braking. Yeah, see, the braking kind of sometimes throws you one way or the other. I don't know if that's like how realistic that is, but that's what caught me at South Lake Tahoe. Is I hit the brake while I was turning, and yeah, right there. That's M. Stein. Thanks you for the gift subscription to Connor. Wow, 22 gift subs in the channel now, Mike. Thank you so very much, my friend. Couldn't do it without you, buddy. Skull. And welcome, Connor, to the club. Great to have you on board. All right, here we go, guys. We go full beans here. We'll let the sometimes you can lift the tail up, but not in this case. We're heavy. Oh, easy. Easy. Little crosswind. Yep, a little bit of a crosswind here too, I think. All right, we're full go, fully walled. Airspeed. We're good. We are good. Yeehaw. Feel the butterflies. Away we go. Down over the ridgeline. Let's see what we can come up with here for sandbar opportunities. So, Connor, that was our friend M. Stein. One of the many amazing people that I have in the chat. And thank you. What a way to make an entrance there, Mike. Thank you so very, very much. Super generous. And I greatly appreciate it. I am doing, by the way, my August giveaway. I'm actually going to give away a copy of this airplane. And we're teaming up with the Virtual USA Flying Club. We've got an anniversary event coming up on the 18th of August. It'll be here before you know it. And so part of me, I'm not going to be able to fly in the event, unfortunately, because I'm going to be working. That's the first day of football. But part of my contribution is paying it forward, passing along your generosity and your support of the channel. And we're gonna gift a copy of this J-3 Cub. So if you don't have one and you're interested, make sure that you, first and foremost, you come and join the Virtual USA Flying Club if you're not already a part of it. If you type VUFC, Victor Uniform Fox Charlie. How about that guy's house? Anyway, that'll have the Discord link. Oh, I want that sandbar. There's going to be there'll be others. And come on over because it is free to join. And our mission at the Virtual USA Flying Club is to promote general aviation on the VATSIM network. We do a great job of that, I think. We host pretty much weekly events, and I think we're 800 members or so strong. But we'd love to have you as a part of the club, and then if you're a part of the club, then you'll get information about the anniversary events. Our fifth anniversary. Is it already 5? Crazy. The King Cub mod for the default X-Plane 12 is definitely amazing. Yes. So anyway, that'll be a part of it. It's one of I think 5 or 6 different giveaways that we've got planned for the anniversary event. So anyway, AvGeek. Oh, you were asking for Bush recommendations for X-Plane. Yeah, I would say in 11, maybe my funnest Bush plane is the tail strike or the prop strike mod of the Cessna 172. It turns it into a tail dragger 172, and it is fantastic. It's completely free, and that was my first ever bush plane ooh, the Shadow. Yes, actually, okay, I take that back. That's the best payware option. But yeah, Riley, if you have X-Plane 11, go do a search for the Prop Strike mod, and it mods the aircraft, and it comes with scenery as well. And that scenery is kind of up there in British Columbia, actually. But that is a really fun. It is a bit of an underpowered bush plane, but it is really fun. Yeah, Gemma Studio has made a microlight called the CFM Shadow, and can confirm that thing can cook with butter, man. It makes the King Cub look like it's not maneuverable at all. It is a fun plane to fly, and the radio that's modeled in that plane as well is a work of art. So yeah, there we go, AvGeek. There's the CFM. Without a doubt, a fantastic airplane. You saw Wilga flying with big bush wheels. Yeah, Wilga's. That's what Mike Patey had modified a Wilga, right? That's what the one plane that he cartwheeled a while back was a Wilga, wasn't it? Like a souped up Wilga. Okay, here we go. Here's a possible spot. Alright, I think we're going to come back here, and this will be our first place that we try to land. Nice. Oh, we even have like a little bit of room to turn around. Ooh, I know what we're doing. We got a little spot on the other side. Let's hit this spot on the other side, then we'll come back and we'll hit this spot. Perfect. And we're just going Nordo here, guys. Sorry if you're flying along with me. I'm just kind of doing my own thing here, and you guys can follow right along. Nope. Ooh, a little bumpier than I originally thought. But hey, we're down. The tires absorbed it nicely. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so now I'm going to try to take off. There comes Riley. Easy, mate. Yeah, go around. Wave off. Wave off. Nice save. Wow, look at that angle of attack. That guy. Nice. Very nice. All right, we're going to turn around. Let's go try to hit that other... sandbar. What do you say? Somebody needs to get in here and mow the grass. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Boy, she really pulls over towards the rocks. Into the trees. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's kind of like the drunken pilot routine at the air show this year. Okay, we're not going to make this sandbar, unfortunately. All right, that was less than graceful. Let me see if I have the ability to turn around anywhere up here. Terrain. That is correct. Genie first officer. This might be a good place to turn around. Got enough altitude. I don't think I can Can I hammerhead it around here? Wing over? Actually, I think I have enough room just to turn. Just to turn. Coordinated turn there. Alright. We'll try to land on that same sandbar. Or the one that's on the left-hand side of the river this time. Has more tire tracks and stuff. I'm hoping it's a little bit more level. We'll see here. Stall spin coming up. Yeah, you know me well, Eric. But I have a particular set of skills. Okay, I gotta avoid some bushes here, don't I? This is like dogleg sandbar in reverse, though. Look at this pretty little place. This is cool. Okay, down we go. Whoa! I hit the power a little late on that. There was not enough room for me to stop. We're gonna just keep going. Oh boy. Alright. Downwind sim. This is awesome, dude. I can only imagine. I haven't had a chance, by the way, to test out any of the X-Plane 12 sceneries, but I am loving the stuff here in Microsoft. I hope to, by the end of the night, have the 12 sceneries installed, just in case there's anything we need to take a last-minute look at. But fortunately, no huge rocks there. Yes. Well, and on the one sandbar too, I mowed down those weeds just a little bit for everybody if you're interested in landing on that sandbar. So we're good. We're good. I hope I'm not missing too much chat, guys. If I am, I apologize, but I can only do so many things at once. Oh, they're not modeled in X-Plane? Yeah. So you, Briley, yeah, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I would guarantee that Downwind Sim in his ortho tile has taken care of. Oh, look at that little. Oh goodness, yeah, that's us. That's got us written all over it. We got to have that. Oh, wait a second. Here's another one. Oh, they're just better and better. Oh, I want to try to come back and get that grass. We'll do a little touch and go here, but I want to turn back around so if I can get that grass dogleg. But yeah, that's one of the things. If you're an X-Plane 12 person, not 11, we don't. We did a lot of sceneries for X-Plane 11, but kind of been focused on 12 here recently. But that's one of the things that we try to do, is try to get all the water definitions taken care of, and so that you can come do stuff like this. Alright, up we go. So I gotta try to figure out a way to turn around, and I probably want to hit it this way because I think the wind, generally speaking, is coming out of the west. So, oh man, look at that. Like, they're everywhere, Downwind Sim. You're right. You are absolutely right. Stall spin coming. What do you think, Eric? Do I got this? Enough room? Enough room? Enough room? Oh yeah. Oh, this thing's a beaut. It's not the most powerful in the world, but man, it can really handle. Alright, so that's the one we just did touch and go on. This one on the other side, I want to go down past it and then see if I can come in the dog leg. Man down, oh no, Riley. Just shoot your flare gun up as I get close to you, and I'll report the GPS coordinates to search and rescue. Where's Black Fox when you need him? Be sure to unload the wing if you're going to do a sharp turn. Okay, I'm going to try to come around. It's a right hand. Be a right hand turn. So, Eric, I must confess, I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. So, elaborate a little bit for me. Don't pull back on the stick. Okay. Yeah, I might have been guilty of that for sure. But what I sometimes get caught in the middle of is a half wing over and a half steep turn, and I know that's a bad place to be. This, I think I've got enough room here to just make a regular turn. So here we go. This should be a little safer. Yeah, don't pull G's. Okay, gotcha. Roger. Okay, there we go. Much better. There's our corner. This really is set up like dogleg corner. Dogleg corner is a right-hand corner, but the difference is the sandbar is on the left-hand side of the river. Let's get the speed down here, shall we? I want to try to be full stop if I can. We're going to drag it in here at about 55 if I can. Okay, there's 55-ish. Above the trees. Whoa, little sideways breeze there. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Here we go on the dog leg. And there's a nice green oasis right around the corner, I promise you guys. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Whoa, that's a big hill. Oh no, no, these are roly-poly-olies. I thought it looked way more gentle. Testing out the new brakes. Oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to get out of here? Oh gosh. Hey, there you go. I thought. Oh boy, this might be interesting getting out of here. Yeah, well, I'm gonna back taxi, see if I can find any kind of even remotely flat ground. Maybe on this far side, a little better. Ooh, this could be a bumpy one. You might want to take that seatbelt and pull one extra notch on that. Oh, Beethoven, you've got Mike Beatty's newest invention. Good Lord. That guy's gotten more money than he knows what to do with. Hey, hang my head out the window. How close are we? Oh, we're getting pretty close. There's that big hill that came upon me without me knowing. Alright. Let's keep going west a little bit. Let me hold on for a second here. I could keep doing this all day, but you guys are probably getting a little sick of it. Okay, let's go here. I gotta see where I'm at. It's idle. Let's let the engine cool off a little bit. So we hopped into here, and I think we've buzzed around. Oh, you know what? We're gonna spit out here by Auburn at some point. So I tell you what, that'll be Auburn. Auburn Muni will be our that'll be our finishing point. I seem to remember a pretty nice Auburn, California. I may have to go download this sucker. Yeah, this is decent. Decent little freeware. Alright, well I don't have it right now and I'm not gonna go get it, but that'll be the plan. Wait, what am I thinking? We have not been enjoying the new engine sounds that are supposed to be a little bit louder. Alright, here we go, guys. There's no way I'm getting out of here without breaking my prop, is there? Riley, are we good? Oh yeah. Here we go, my friend. I'll try not to lurch over there and clip your tail feathers. Oh, bouncy. Bouncy. Oh, better than I thought. Big tree. Big tree. Stay below. Get above. Wow. Wow. Okay, enough of that. I wonder how the fishing is here on the American River. Had a really slow summer of fishing myself. Full send, that's right, Jeffrey. Full send, brother. Stay below, get above. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. 2 jumps this time. There's the one we passed on. That would be a tighter one here, but probably doable. Alright, we're gonna just take it down. We're just gonna fly it down to Auburn here. And then I'm gonna hop in and we'll mess around a little bit with the float variant and probably call it a day. I truly want to go fly a little bit with Conti today. One of the things I do on Sundays before dinner. What time is it? Ooh, gosh. I may not have time to do the float plane. We might have to schedule that for later. But one of the things I like to do on Sundays is jump in and fly with Continuum and his crew in his little worldwide adventures. Oh yeah, there's so many places to hit down here, you guys. Wow. Wow. That one there would be amazing. There's Riley down there, scud running. Thanks for flying along, by the way, Riley. And AvGeek, if you were in the mix too, thank you. I think there was a third person, unidentified person, but I appreciate everybody flying along today. And I appreciate you guys just hanging out. It's been fun. I do love doing this. And I'm excited to see what you guys think about the Bush League adventure for this particular month. Oh man, look at this. Holy cow. This is awesome. We could at least low pass it for a potential future landing. Well, this would be a tight one. Yeah, I don't think this would be one we'd want to try. Not with this plane. You might be able to get like a Super Cub in there, X Cub or something. But this airplane needs a little bit more room. Oh, that looks really cool, Riley. Skimming over those trees. Yeah, this is a nice big beach area here. Cool. I feel like we're in Panama or something. Is it really this thickly forested down the American River? Big old rock over there in the corner. That's pretty cool. No, I haven't tried to see if it will water ski. I don't think it will. You know, for the most part, this this imagery is pretty good as far as the you know, the river kind of staying where it's supposed to be, and you know, sometimes you see the water kind of up on the hillside, and this has not been too bad. And then also just having, you know, the few sandbars here and there, that's kind of cool. Sometimes those are also just like underwater. Whoa, don't get too close. Yeah, a guy can have some fun down here, no doubt about that. This bar run's leaving you drunk. There's a nice little bridge. Oh, look at that bridge. I bet we can get under that bridge. That's pretty cool. Where would that bridge be? Clipper Gap. We've got to be getting close to Auburn at this point. Riley, you went up, did touchdown on the highway. Nice. Approved. Uncle Melvin approved. I just saw your comment about buckshot, Jeffrey. I had a professor in college that called me buckshot. Okay, I'm going to try to climb up a little bit, see if I can get a bird's eye view here. Again, I feel like we got to be getting close to Auburn. Gotta be getting close. Right over the next ridge line, right? Over the hill to the left. Okay. Well. Climby, climby. No, you're good, Riley. Thanks for the help. Like, there's, on some of these, like if I'm flying this as a real Bush League flight and I'm trying to use pilotage, I'm trying to find my way around without help, I'll let you guys know. But today was not about that. Today was about testing out the new fat tires. And let's see if we can make one more, or let's see if we can make a good landing, I guess. Not one more good landing, but just a good landing. We made a couple of okay bush landings, but if I'm being honest, I think sometimes landing on a sandbar where you don't have to be right down the middle, you know, like you do on a paved airstrip, like it's a little easier. And I think sometimes too that sometimes these big fat tires react, they're a little grippier on the asphalt as well. Like they're meant to be on the dirt and the gravel and the grass, not necessarily on the asphalt. Oh, you have to. Well, I've heard that is something that some people try to do. All right, Riley. Where am I at here? There's a big lake or something over there. Where am I? Would that lake be? Well, the rules are different in every country, so I mean, it may not be as big a thing up in the Fjordlands. Just sent you 90 degrees the wrong way. All right, make a right 180. So we're going south. We're going to head north. Okay. Oh, so this is, this might be Folsom Lake that we're looking at over there. Okay, I kind of have a rough idea of where we're at now. Here's the, yeah, this river will take us right there. Oh, there we go. There's kind of like the town of Auburn. All right, so we're westbound. Let's just keep going north here. All right, that'll work. We'll get there. We'll get there. I want to know, like, surely this bridge is, like, where would this bridge has got to be here somewhere, right? Is that this bridge right here, do you think? Past the town, so we'd be up just to the left of it? Is that kind of what you're thinking? That's a pretty good visual waypoint. So that would kind of put our airport up here somewhere. All right, let's just see. Auburn is on 2270, by the by. Auburn traffic, Cub 11816, approximately 3 miles south of the field inbound. We're still looking for the field right now, Auburn Muni. This is a right pattern. Winds are favoring an approach to the west. It does look like we've got like a runway 27. 25, it actually looks like it's going to be. Left-hand pattern 25. That's us. Continue the heading and we'll cross right over it. All right, beautiful. So I'm gonna, if I can find it in time, I'm gonna kind of join the left downwind for 25.
Cub 5 shot Papa Extra off is 2 miles south east of the field. We're in across midfield for right downwind with the field in place.
Yeah, I'm losing my altitude again here, guys. Auburn is 1,500 feet, and we are currently, yeah, we're pretty close to pattern altitude. If I could gain a little bit, that'd be helpful. Crossing over the I think I got to be more this way. The airport itself is actually to the east of this double-laned highway, so and the highway does wrap back around a little bit, but I'm gonna kind of try to follow it because it'll take me there. I kind of had my eyes over here, but that's not it. It's just some shopping area or something, I guess. And oh well, wait a second. We actually have 2 divided highways. Oh boy. All right. Well. There's the beacon. Alright, very good. Auburn traffic. Cub 816 is 2 miles to the south. We're going to your left hand downwind 25. Auburn. Okay, so see if I can find it. The runway, that is. I got the beacon. Oh, I see it. Okay. Well, we could almost just jump in a base here. Auburn traffic, Cub 816 is actually on an extended left base 25 right now. Riley, where are you at? I don't want to run into you.
Cub 5 shot Papa Extra off is crossing midfield. We're going to be making a 180 to recross midfield and join a right downwind for 25.
Okay, I think we'll be out of your way here. We're left base 25. Alright, guys. I'm still looking for him. He's over midfield somewhere. Okay, we're on the base. Ish. There we go.
Foxtrot, Papa X drop is on AF. Sending it for 25.
Okay. Let's get out his way. And Auburn, Cub 816 is turning file 25. Auburn. Alright. End up a bit high here, like we always do. Gives me a chance to practice my slips, though, which is not bad to do.
Follow in for 25 Auburn.
Alright, there we go. Try to fly the tail up a little bit if we can. Boy, we're so fast. 20 knots too fast. Let's just bleed it off. Bleed American. Big old Piper bounce there. Fly the tail, fly the tail, fly the tail. I'm just going to let that tail fly till we totally run out of energy. Because once the tail goes down, it's over. Down we go, boys and girls. Can't touch the brakes or you're on the prop here. Alright, there we go. Losing it, losing it, losing it, losing it. Sorry, Riley, I'm going to not make that high speed. But I'm just trying to stay out of the weeds here. Full right rudder. And here's where the magic happens. See if I can get off of here to the left. I think my tail might still be flying. Yes, the tail's still flying. Here we go, boys and girls. Oh, I'm going to just try to ease her on home here. Oh, Nelly. This isn't really where I wanted to go, but I didn't ground loop, so. And Auburn up. Cub 816's clear. Yeah, there we go. You thought RP meant all runways. It did. I just realized that right now as I flew that. I flew that totally backwards, my friend. So, yeah. Well, let me look. Actually, hold on. Let me look. No, so it's, oh, this is, what? This is a little bit of a contradictory deal here. Left pattern for 7, left for 25, yet on the sectional, it does say RP. Alright, what the heck is going on there, Sky Vector? Means read the airport information. What? Some runways have RPs in certain circumstances. Alright, and Eric is Eric has the post. Pilot Workshop. What does RP mean? Alright. Dang it, you're gonna make me read. Alright, guys, I'll let you read that on at your leisure. At your leisure. We're gonna shut this baby down and call it good. Yeah, we kill the fuel, but you leave, no, you kill the mags, but you leave the fuel on. This bad boy. Chris, thank you very, very much. So, star RP is not equal to regular RP. Alright. Sorry, Riley, I'm going to have to hop out and push the plane in here, but feel free to park wherever you want. I didn't do a very good job of getting out of the way here, did I? Alright, we need to finish strong here. Finish strong. I'll keep that article out. That'll be good. That'll be good. Riley, thank you for flying along again, and then I think AvGeek, you flew along as well, and there was somebody else. Thank you guys for flying along. Whoever did, thank you. Jeffrey's off to dinner. Yep, I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, I think I was going to do some float plane testing, but I think instead, I think instead we're going to go ahead and I think I better get up because I need to kind of start getting dinner prepped as well. So you learned a backflip. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. I'm trying to grab a web address here so we can do a little rendezvous. And I do want to go over. Let's go. We're going to say hey to Continuum, and he's doing some 727 stuff. But before I do that, let me do some thank yous, and we'll kind of close up shop.
Thanks for watching my papa.
So first and foremost, thanks to everybody who came by and flew along. It was a lot of fun, and what a great plane, what a great aircraft, and I'm so glad that CAS has made a variant of it because I have become a fan. I was not a fan before, but I have become one now. Between this and that King Cub, we're really doing some aerobatics here. I kind of get it now. I kind of get it. So anyway, it's a great aircraft, and if you haven't picked it up, it's like $18. It's something. It's just a steal. But you can also win it. Again, you can win it on the Virtual USA Flying Club anniversary giveaway. So here's that link again if you want to go join us. That's the first step in that, and then we'll get you the info for the anniversary event. Also, thank you to M. Stein for the gifted sub to Connor Hooper. Connor, it was really fun chatting with you about your job and the work that you're doing with those military aircraft. That's freaking amazing, dude. I hope you stop back by later on. I wish I could tell you my normal schedule. During the months where I'm not coaching, it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But now that I'm kind of in coaching mode and summer break mode, it's sort of just whenever. So if you come over, and you are welcome to come hang out in our Discord channel, and you'll get a notification when I do go live. Nothing tomorrow for me, by the way. I'll be kind of out of town doing some traveling, doing some of this and that, but I'll be back on Tuesday, and it will most likely be a during the day type of flight, so sometime around like 1900 Zulu, and I'll put together a plan. I don't have an official plan just yet. Maybe we'll do the float plane variant of this guy, but anyway, Tuesday will be my next. Hey baby. I don't know how well that showed up, but suffice it to say that our friend Riley absolutely nailed it. But anyway, come on by, hang out. Anybody, you're all welcome to come by the Discord channel, and be happy to get to know you. Also, a thank you to Jeffrey B for your 53-month resubscription, and then of course Connor, you kind of got the party started today with your follow there, so thank you so very, very much. This one's going to require an inspection. All right, I'm sending the raid Continuum's way. Swing on over if you're not already there. Even if you are there, go over. We can do like a matrix thing where you can be there and then raiding at the same time. It's a whole deal. But looking forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday. In fact, I can't wait to fly with you on Tuesday. But until then, have a good rest of your weekend. Good Monday. And I'll see you over Conti's stream here. Take care, guys. God bless.